You're in my blood like holy wine. Take the bitter, yet so sweet. Oh, I drink a taste of you. Still be standing on my feet. Everybody leaves Henry has all the windows rolled up, just about all of them. About the only ones that don't have the windows rolled up are the ones that are coming back in. Coming back into the neighborhood. About the only ones that have the window down, coming back into the neighborhood, would have a dog head sticking out. I want to name one today. But I can't help but wonder if both of these dogs are coming back at the end of the day, back from doggy daycare. And although I love the idea of doggy daycare, you know, instead of these animals being at home by themselves all day alone, unipolar depression, and then when the owners get at home bipolar depression because they're not ready for this, for all that attention that these dogs are wanting, and so everybody ends up being unhappy in the end. So I call that my veterinarian, Dr. James Edward Avery, Dr. Veterinary Medicine, understanding of unipolar depression and bipolar depression. Bipolar depression takes two people. You can't be bipolar with just one person by yourself. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder just how many of these people coming back with these dogs at the end of the day are against Obamacare. I just had a young man that was talking to the other day. You know, what does Obamacare and doggy daycare have to do with each other? Now, I said, not able to afford daycare and abortion. And this is where he kind of held up his hand and go, keep up the good fight, man. And just walked. He put the earpiece back in and walked off. He was a Republican. What they pointed out to him, it's hard, cognitive dissonance and dissonance reduction is them walking away from it. And I got this, and it appears I've learned how to loop God into a circle, and it appears like everybody walks away from it. And all I do is point out the facts as I see them. I'm able to have in mind conjectures, opinion, change. But the only way they can be changed is if I put them out there first, and then other people give me evidence to back it up. And I'm not very much of that. Everybody is rather assuming I'm bipolar, but they don't like being around me. Oh, I gotta give this a break. Huh. You have a long day? They've been doing plumbing down the street. That's where this is a constipated neighborhood. There's a lot of plumbers. The difference between a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, and an atheist. They ain't dead yet. I'll play my lot with the animal. Once that you decided on a killing, first you make a stone of your heart. And if you find that your hands are still willing, you can turn a murder into art. Keep calm, but live the fourth dimension. I've always said conservatives have no sense of history beyond the day they were born. The history beyond their immediate home. Well, Democrats are just as bad, but I think whoever has the luxury of, whoever gets to play more golf, it's their job, responsibility at the principal charity, which is making the effort to understand why the other side does what they do. For example, it bothers me how many of the people coming home at the end of the day, although I love the idea of doggy daycare, these animals not at home all by themselves all day long, unipolar depression. And then when the owners get home, it becomes bipolar depression because they're not ready for all that attention. It's been a long day. They want a break. And that's my idea version of bipolar depression, because you got to take two people. So just because and I get sick and tired of everybody thinking I'm bipolar, when it's just me being frustrated that nobody seems to have any time set aside, any day of the year, man, better, to actually discuss the real issue, to try to tackle them. So I am on everyone's side, but only up to a point. That's not what Proverbs 16 says. I'll let you look it up yourself. But that whale jumping out of the water. We think it looked beautiful, but it's probably doing it for a reason. Parasites maybe trying to keep them from this world. And it can only get so far within our world, same as we're only going to get so far in heaven. And I think we're already there. And we're driving straight through heaven, right into hell on a mass scale. The way it's like everybody is, like an asteroid is heading toward Earth, and nobody wants to talk about it. Well, that matters. Anything that has mass and takes up space, but only have two of the same thing, you only need but one, that ain't helping anything at all. So if God can be for it, then who can be against it? God can, and that's what that asteroid probably is. Oh well. This is the Bible that I got given to me when I was growing up with the First United Methodist Church of Prescott, Arkansas, population 4,000. That's up. And we must first be introduced to God before being aware of God. As I was born into the First United Methodist Church of Prescott, Arkansas. Helped raised by that church right up until I graduated from high school. I'm realizing as an adult only recently, although I label myself radical atheist, that I've always been and will be a Methodist, no less than Jesus ever stopped being a Jew. So this is what I like about being the radical atheist that I am, being that I'm someone who's now choosing to believe in zero God as opposed to no God. 0 and 1 both being real numbers, both being natural numbers, the only difference one being a counting number. Once you start counting, when does it ever stop? So far as I'm concerned, we have just as many gods. We have people claiming one, have ever claimed one, if we ever will be claiming one. Actually, we'll find no people agreeing exactly the same way as to what it means believing in a God. So this is what I like about believing in zero God. At this least the only God available, being my witness, the genuine, if truly indeed we have one. So it's all about intention. And if we aren't able to get together and discussing our intention, then that's one God, your own. So God's thoughts are now your thoughts. By anything else, you'll be fearing no one else.